and takes a decision, and then the following day MPP forces a deputy speaker to go and reverse the decision of the speaker. So this is the hallmarks of MPP's impunity. So we don't want to engage in anything that will escalate tensions. So we have proceeded to court and have applied to jump the process that is going on there. And we hope we are putting the electoral commission and all other people involved in that illegality on notice. Now what they are doing amounts to an illegality. If they choose to proceed, then we will be ready for the consequences. The staff of the commission who are engaged in this illegality, there will be consequences for them in future.
And so it's just about 20 more minutes after 6. Baby, I will be on your Yamuajo Emuakwaba Edeba Hot 93.9 FM. So, and the 13th day of December 2024 in the year of our living God. Yatna si baby out here and Kabia. Shannon so say, Dwene Ho Bio Jumadi ni Adebreo. Bidinga de kwam your being Sako de Junior. Na Sedan Command Producers. Same our control room Honomo Foster a technician on duty and Kofi Nkansa the executive producer producing from afar. Na nyumbe babia obia and Chiasonko enko emao ye koswa bogana fo nyina baso say after election 2024 ye daso yete asumdwemu aboni bia ensi ye ewomu se show koso ewoye Mountain so the street no so I shepa ba ni nyina mu no nyina ya gidi se eye ni ye muntia na ama abansa na de aka wa kire bia no so no yenim se bambofo no bebom modern se obeya adwuma na odiye atoye ama ye nyina yetimi akoso atena asomdua ye wonimu enu nti anwumai enchia sonko enkoma yetiefo nyina na memfa akwanya so ema obia kwaba Emra Jumadi so joining live on Facebook Hot 93.9 FM on Facebook. Na odo comment no ato honomo edi amayen. Share no bin sanka, no bin share, no bin sanka. Comment se honomo na ebe nyabre na o comment ade bebe nyina no. Yetu ho anamong ede amao dwumadi so anwumre dwumadi so no mensa ebeka empanimfo mako miensa na de odi kan a mene no ebedi enkomo dwumadi so Janet Nabla in 2024 abatwa yekoyi na ono ene flag bearer Emma People's National Party PNP na ne running mate oboano Dr. Ayensu ono ananaye ne running mate na research kakra me ye efa mahami ho no say the professional is into health administration enti anyumre o hano mo a me no ebedi enkomo na yahwe election 2024 the involvement and role player in this year's election. We must say, police for Basso, my bombarding at the Bambono atutuye kama. As we are about to also, or Jenna Samba say, a fear about to Bibiako so Jojo. A woman say constituencies Nibio Honomoa, Bepem na meno Kasei, Inchiwashi, Koso, Honomoa, parties, Minuane, lead this year's election, the NPP and the NDC, war menteme hwase kakra Koso. Ewo womantem titru ene ensawam adwagiri no kra no eneyi yanya ntie signal no de abra yense NDC amanyuko no akosiki injunction se ne yekoso bia no asoyehwe abato so no entwentwen so ansa yebedimu enkomo na yetie from ono so ne side se de ohu se de niema esi ekro na yasanya ntie nso se mrantie ne bi wo NDC afa ene bi nso wo NPP afa ate wo ho agumonten so NDC mrantie ne kire se omo bo man no ajapade ho ban ene nti onhwe ma enipa bonfo bi a ewo aban ya etisu sese no emfa oman ajapade bi enko saa kwa ene nti no obo ho ban and the side of the NPP and so they yet yen say obehena ye de car kosi baabi say agenda 111 cement any iron rods iron sheeter ye de be ye adwuma no ye twa gum na ye de apebaabi afa explanations are eba any chirichirimu a eba free binum ho ya assembly members wo kire say ayo omo yerenom na AC dan enti iron sheet any iron rods cement or de be ye adwuma no and or no. Now there are so many questions as to why say baby or mine no AEC honum say ho and yemfa agenda 111 building materials enkonko guo no na assembly member ne yiri si dan ankura o si ne dan no na ne cement any iron rods any iron sheet or the kogu here yet from other places say fertilizers bi no monso twe every baby ko baby amedi kura no northern regional Ghana ne amanfoforo bi hye so ye kochi bi o hono ma no alodo ogu ka ma o de eko ni nyina ye aftermath of election 2024 eniema ekoso ebino no na enam soma the president-elect John Dramani Mahama ababonten abekasa ochire se mabuna eyese ni nyina no omoma adwobre emra isanse Ghana to aba ama ye kabi mamin kabi no adinkonim enunti ne yekoso no ne bo anwuso sa na mmom omampani ote akonwa so na na adodanko akufu ado onya emfiri akonwa no so ye until 7th January 2025 oda so ayo mampani wo mamu enti se oye bibi fa ne yekoso no ho na ebeye ya o hena nim se onye bibi emfa ho onka bibi mfa ho se de ebeya adwobre ebeba afein so the president elect asama Ghana fo nyina ate se enipa yete se etu ato ama wona hwere won kwa ewo afi abato mu no so mampani ote akonya so anya bibi amfa ho wantu anamo bia amfa ho a o yedinisi akonya so na o hyase edi ne dwuma so mampani a obebo modern se obeye nhwehwemu afa ho na ba bi emra no edabia no ode ato ama asundwe aba ni nyina aye the aftermath of election 2024 eniema anasa nsem a ACCA ene ne ampanimfo ekafa ho ebi eno no na anwumrei mewo nkrata ahodo mienu egu manim hanoma baako efri aye National Peace Council ehonomo ena baako so efri the NDC nsawam adwagiri parliamentary candidate ehonomo na yebebo modern say as part of enadwumadie no yebekin kan krata mienu mu nyina ensem no amohu de ekọ ene nia eba na okọ eye Western Regional signal yensa kai free honomo eba ene se cholera yade no atuate se ewo honomo ama sabre a make say enipa dunan ahwere won kwa na enipa be se 800 ena ya record one so far say yade yi won enya bie na da kru bia no apomdenfo a ewo honomo kire se enipa be se adusia ena ya record wo mo se cholera yare no ebi akọ onipa duamu a eno so ensem a ewo honomo anwumrei ye no ebedi ho enkomo kakra ensawam adwagiri medika ka honomo asem edi akiro parties ni mienu nyina mentime ho ase aba ama NDC parliamentary candidate aya Felbert Fume or akwaji court injunction a yebedi ho enkomo ewodwumadie eso na Samima Muslim enra na otemanima hanuma menino edi enkomo na yehwe the aftermath of election 2024 and the performance of the NDC both presidential and parliamentary jumadia oyeye ene enioma osusu se odi gu akwan mu aniti ma Ghana foto aba edema wo mo na maami asama oka na nwumrei ene se the president elect John Dramani Mahama Christmas gifter nyankopon ede ama Ghana for afimu isan se wohwe enkunimdi a wadie no a ebro adwen ene entiase so eno ensema hono na NDC amanyoko no so ekire se okoda mangwa electoral commission I declare say NPP amanyoko no na win parliamentary no na NDC amanyoko no ekire se nyade a obeje atum echena eno so nkomo a ewo ho no mo anwumrei yebedi ho nkomo senior fellow ewo CDD osai kwapon ono so nasema woka na anwumrei ene se Dr. Muhammadu Baumia come what may wo hwe abato no se ne esikoye ene se ne nsunsuanso no esi etie no a 2028 oni de ohuni se anhwe papa no obesa unity na unity a NPP amanyukuo no and deny the opportunity se obelidi NPP amanyukuo no 2028 election a yebeko ensam ne doso anwumrei na ensam ne bi so a eba anwumrei yedimu enkomo ewo dwumadie so enso efri Peace Council ho medikan aka kiro se ode krata ba yebeka krata ni mu ensam na krata no tofambo mu nyina no ensam a oka eni se easy and a request say constituencies ahodo a chinye aba result no any coalition no hono easy and a request say onfa coalition no emra police training school tesano Accra nenye either the NPP, the NDC, and also Ghana Police Service, and a request is a Yamaya coalition, no, no more. Johnson, I see you doing a national chairman for the NDC. Na Wakasa, Nasama Oka Ejina, is a majority leader in parliament. Obey, it's likely, say, obey a minority leader, Camp 7th. January 2020 afenyo Markins ekeka ensembia Johnson Esiodun katia ekire se enyo no na bel lecture the NDC on democracy insamno edoso anwumrei na mamenko na menkoma me first guest anwumrei akwaba na yeni enkomo ewo dwumadie so medical ka kire se Janet Nabla na in this year's election na oye flag bearer Emma the People's National Party. Na ne running mate Dr. Ayensu ewo manim hanuma nwumre ya meneno ebedi enkomo Madam Akwaba.
Mpacho mejusu.
Mejidi se baby ofri ba nwumre ehoboko.
Awo Yesu di mo bibia boko.
Ye da twedi ampo nyankopon ase. Me ba sesi a na meneno aba bedi enkomo eni tikoso amba fidie no na hot 93.9 FM.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Oh Lord.
Hot.
That would be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Oh Lord.
Yansama tiefo nyina kwa babio Emra Hot 93.9 FM. Nonsia abo apahosema aduasa pepepe akasema aduasa na nonso abo anwumre wote yenka Dwene Ho Bio dwumadi na yede ebro midin erekwami obing sa kode junior na medikan ama my first guest Madam Janet Nabla Akwaba aniti me kon honum street na yedi enkomo na yahwe Ghana ahoboa ye edira 2024 abatum on the election days or they need to form a said the embassy call from baby out no saying no see who and neoma after the elections abepemena menoka say Ghana saying madam yini
Pacho maminche ena mutiefo nyina
etiefo joso
anajo say wo hwa in fact ekosu ye papa because yesterday everything was peaceful. Some small skirmishes here and there, especially say I think that was Akwetema Ubwasi is ene de ka ho ami hu say nipa bimu no mo ye basa during the voting period.
Yeah.
But yet giant no call see time a ye voting no ene de ka ho bibia kosu ye na eba coalition no oho na problem ni na start here nti say hwese ni ana NDC for free omo members see omo coalition centers no omo protect omo votes.
Yeah.
Omo kan sa pe more and more people went omo koye enye observation. They went there to intimidate the electoral officers. Inti omo koye pe ena MPP for no who says see omo ye ketu bi because obi omo de omo anka ntiro obi ase on coalition center no na ye NDC for ne kaye. Inti omo koye no ena intimidation ena basa ye start ye. Inti
from your view who ni say NDC supporters no call coalition centers no
because was to intimidate and make sure that they get what they want and even things they don't deserve.
But was it not clear say
Ghana for voter ma NDC omo pe NDC asempa hu a one kasa it is overwhelming. Say omo benye sa love no from the people of Ghana. And I expected them to be calm. When him say onyankopon say oma wo blessing her or per se we like we humble. San onyankopon tie wo. Nti or lift you up. Now was I so arrogant and bossy and so intimidating her. You are trying to cut off the powers that God would have given to
now,
you.
We all have been advocating say let's our vote count. Was it not one of the processor those youth who were at the various coalition centers and will ensure their vote was indeed counted for?
Anka NDC MPP phones so sorry and no see go to the coalition centers and make sure that you protect us at all costs. No mo ko committee omo a wonim disaster na anka baba Ghana. All la omo wo ho no anka omo nyina frɛ omo youth say omo nyina mbra na omo coalition center. At the end of the day,
one cannot deny the fact that there were some NPP youths also at the various coalition centers where the NDC youth were seen.
The truth is that I never saw. If you saw,
okay,
I never saw. I saw only NDC plus their paraphernalia around the coalition centers And they were not there to observe. You could see that they were there, like you could see the intimidation. It was glaring.
At the end, said they were there to intimidate.
They were there to shout. They were there to, like, with anger. You could see anger registered in their faces. You could see them pushing police officers. You could see so many things that shows that they were not just there for peace. And that was so bad for our democracy. Ghana, I've been saying that the media should be truthful. Our clergy should be truthful. The what is it called? Our civil society organizations, they must be truthful, because it is only truth that will save this country. One of the things I've observed is that when a new party is coming to power, the groups I have mentioned, they need favors from the ruling party. So bad things the ruling party will do, they will keep quiet and even try to do like they are helping them. And the more they do that, the more you will see them becoming emboldened to do the things that they are doing. The truth is that NDC did not do well. All these problems came about when NDC asked their youth to go to the polling centers to protect their ballot, their votes. Why? CPP, they were in the coalition room. All political parties, what is it called? Agents were at the coalition room. Kodio was at the coalition room. Journalists were at the coalition room. We did not need NDC supporters to come there to be able to protect their votes, because we were all at the polling station centers. Everyone got the receipt before they took all of them to the coalition room. So there was no need whatsoever, no need for them to mount on top of Sami Jemfi and the deputy Malik Basintali. There was no need for these two people to do what they did. But I just thank God that you see the MPP. I don't know, you can see a little bit of cowardness in them. That one, let me tell the truth. Because if they were to be any other political party, for instance, like my party, youth organizer, would have gotten up to declare same thing, and there would have been a lot of problems in this country. So the truth is that they caused it. The problem came when I heard people coming out to condemn. Please, the youth. No. It is NDC youth must stop what they are doing. Now, you go around the state institutions and they have banned what haven't they banned? NDC, is it you think that the state institutions use the taxpayers of your NDC this
near course at the various coalition centers, is it also not as a result of a delay in some of these constituencies to declare the results? So
I'm delay and I'm delay only NDC for now when they catch them, say they are important more than any other person. Why they catch the NDC for? Say we are more important than any other person. Why they catch them more? When they catch the NDC for, say they are more, they are the rule of law. They are more they say all of us are equal before the law. When they catch them, say they are more equal than any other person in Ghana. Obia no ho. And anka isi wo things no at hand anka mo be de omo something else, let's digitalize everything, because this their manual way of doing things is becoming one too many. But all political parties were there with you. None of them was happy that things were happening this way.
In all of this, there was security presence. There were these coalition centers.
We had the security. You know how Ghana security is. You see, we built a political.
I do not know.
The truth is that Ghana, we build political securities, because at times I look at the police. A police officer, someone is slapping you, and the police officer come to tell the person, "Oh, Mpacho Jaiwa."
Are you saying, sir? The security officials some of these coalition centers were political police officers.
No, when I say political, they themselves, they are worse than politicians. They are not doing they don't even know what they are supposed to do. They don't know that the main mandate of the police officers is to protect life and property. The police are not aware of this.
But they were there to protect.
Who protect Obi? Obi has slap Obi. What do? It's called an assault. A police officer immediately arrest. You don't go and beg the person. But they said that look, a police officer told me that when they go to a place and see that the people are more than them, what they do is that they will be waiting for them to beat you and kill you. After that, they will take footages and they will use it to arrest those who beat and kill you.
A police officer in Ghana.
A police officer in Ghana. But that's what they do. That is what they do. Look at them at the police station. What were they doing? Those who were so aggressive were supposed to be arrested. If you were to arrest them, the rest will calm down. But they were not doing that. They are worse than politicians. They were scared that if they do that, maybe when the new party comes to power, they will transfer them. So the place they are transferring you to, oh, it's a bad thing. Are they not Ghanaians? Don't they deserve to have police there? If they transfer you and so what? Why are you a police officer and you don't want to be transferred into a village or a town that is not Accra? Why do you want to stay here in Accra? Did we employ you as a police officer to be an Accra-based police officer? Because of greed. Ghana is going backwards. We don't have security forces, so if you see police officers and someone is going to beat you, bow down and beg them. Because if you stay there, they are going to kill you at the full glare of the police, and they will use their phones to do it so that later on they will go and arrest them when you are dead. So, talking about security,
but I don't
the
think
security in Ghana
the
is a disgrace.
We have in Ghana, they are so bad to the extent that they are
so. Were they not at the police center? They were there when they were doing these things. Didn't you see them being separators or fight? Instead of them to come out and declare that you can't do this here. This is beyond this, and if you do, we'll arrest you. No, they were begging them because they are scared of politicians. Greed, the reason why Ghana is not moving forward, the reason why our state institutions are not working, the reason why everyone is scared that a new party is coming is because of greed. Why should I be scared of NDC? Are they those who feed me?
Well, are you
if
suggesting,
I'm working at the ministry?
Are you suggesting, sir, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia Bontimbe consider defeat, now the security officials, for that matter, police, now omu gear towards the NDC's bid and I
am telling
in your view.
That is how it is in Ghana here. Ghana, anytime I will be say new political party, but everybody, including so-called civil society organizations, including so-called academia, no more TV, so omu trust omu ye Democrats and this thing. Omu pay like they feed on politicians. They feed on politicians. Santi, every political party ebebano, omu be so omu su to say omu ye primus inter pares, omu ne ye the best among everything. Na political party no so eba enye juma bia but omu pe bibi wo nchen no omu nye sa ade na wo se ne omu ye NDC for MPP for MPP ba ya na omu didi omu chia no omu ye greedy nti omu greediness omu hu ye omu push omu aside. Everyone hates them because they were not they were so much into themselves. They were not trying to open up to bring other people on board. That's not how the politics of Ghana operate. They want you to open up and bring everyone on board, which is good anyway, because it means inclusiveness. Mm-hmm. But then, don't think that when the person is doing the wrong thing, to me, dear, NDC did not do well. The first thing wrong, they say, the youth, you can't control them, that they should go to the coalition centers to protect. Immediately, even listening. They were not even listening to him whilst he was saying it. So, to me, the president, it was too late. The time he should have said it, he didn't say it at that time. Mm-hmm. And I also blame our president, current president, mm-hmm. for this timidness. I could see them being like timid. How? You are still the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. You are still, the vice president is still the one in charge of the police. It's like, Obia, Oma Chichirin and Naya, Oma yi rope no still or Jino mo nimse Oma yi sa rope no. Why? You are in charge of this country until 7th this in January. So you are still the ruler of this country. People are going around now. Omu ye diem fata.
And then I will expect to say president and I say vice president on you.
To me, a lot of cowardness on their part. So
they
should have called the police force mm-hmm. and tell Dampare and his group to arrest all. He should have come invited the media, the president and the vice president, and tell NDC supporters the fact that you have won, you are not yet in charge. We are in charge, and if your people will not tell you the right thing, we will arrest all of you and prosecute you before 7th January comes. Do you understand? So if you think you are a man, try to make this country, my country, I'm the one in charge now, try to make it uncomfortable for me, and I will deal with you. If they were to say that, these people would have realized that they are in charge. How come they didn't say anything? They kept quiet. You could see timidness, you could see fear running through them, and they were quiet to the extent of they were even telling the president-elect that he should talk. How? You are the one in charge of this country, and be encouraging and trying to let people know that even though they voted for you, you are still humble and you are still at the mercy of the people and other things. But the arrogance is becoming too much. Even trying to steal other people seats in addition to what they have. So the too much you have is not enough. You want to steal in order to do what?
Is that the case? Constituency being
I heard that in Sawam where could I Adwajiri, this one they mentioned about 9 constituencies to which the MPP said we know the places where we lost, we know, but the places we want to, we know. When they said it, I was sad. Whenever you are NDC, they have won. But they cannot put this country in a situation where in the olden days, those military decisions, we won't go that to those places. Because when you hear the NDC saying that people have beaten us, it is military that usually beat them. Ask yourself, why is it that they always have problems with military?
Okay.
Have you asked yourself that? Because if a military person is coming and you are using did you see that they snatched one military officer gun from him? They won't beat my people because I will tell them to respect state institutions. Don't go near. When it comes to, so if you are not scared and every day people kill you because military officers, you usually bring your chest out to come and fight them, and you are doing it with your bare hands, and the person holds something and sees you a threat to him, what will the person do?
Okay.
So all what we are saying is that this country, NDC must come down. They just have to come down. You have won. You should be showing the way for other people to know that you are, even though you've won, you are humble. You are appreciating God. And you want the right thing to be done. God is fair and just. And whenever you see that you are intimidating people, that's not God. God won't give you a victory to use it to intimidate others. No.
Janet Nabla, was an presidential candidate for the People's National Convention. And you may know AD and Como Eufidia Mohanamona, election 2024. And the aftermath and near ACCA and they also na dwenchira ohu eho na yemra na medim komo na yenhwe election results no senia esikoye madam pacho mo attention kakra uwi amuzu o motan uwi ameba mo hono yeah enti yenhwe election or result no said esikoye no ususu se PNC or PNP PNP manya kwanya amianto so abanitina e course anu anaze de be ya na aye no.
The truth is that ankaye wo election so a ye koyi nyina nkenko because Ghana for any policies na ya omo two according to policies and na omo yi both MPP ne NDC omo wi policies omo say John Marka say obe implement this in price control mechanism first or can say obe or the rent obe apply price control mechanism on rent. It was from us. We released our statement on Tuesday. It went viral. On Friday, John Mahama fa sa the to the Facebook page so. Inti ena wish several about pro-poor policies and one has to do with settlements for elderly women. What is Dr. Bagumia or Kachire Nepa say or the beba and blah 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 and obe building centers for breastfeeding women. It's
it's a plus for you and your party.
Very good. We are not saying anything.
Even though but ideas and Kamode these two major political parties are
about it. These are pro-poor policies. You can't say obi di ba ebe boa your transportation system.
Okay.
Na ye ka about the inflation rate a ewo Ghana and na John Mahama ohu say sa price control mechanism no be kutumi aboa no. No we di aba. Many wo say the dollar has gone down and the prices of goods and services are still escalating. Dear me can say some people are controlling the market. These people they are heartless. But inform more about you. They don't
controlling
care.
The market. As in...
We have Guta, Guta, who is one of the controllers of the market. These people, the importers and exporters union and things, they don't care about the 30 million Ghanaians. They care about their profit. Whether prices have gone down, dollar has gone down, these people keep on increasing prices the way they like. And as a government, omo vote ma John Mahama no. Enye importers and exporters na vote ma no. Neither is it how do I even call them kurampo good afọ na vote ma ho. Eye Ghanaians omo ye 30 million. Omo na vote ye na.
But me say o blame it there okay on John Mahama because
no. No. I mean blame it.
Okay.
Because it is one of the reasons why I almost voted MPP out. Because MPP was talking about infrastructure and now nipa kotwe edwani wo kroma.
Yeah.
Nipa omo ne ma Ghana situation eye de ekoyi. Ena de na anka ye pese omo ye. Na ye see Minister for Trade. Kone kwehwe when a tongue where say no to di buy, why is he selling it at that price? When him say me call China more koto chair 75 Ghana 64 Ghana cedis. Good for mu tongue 175 Ghana cedis. Imagine the amount of inflation they are heaping into the system. Now we sorry na muka about macroeconomic indicators. Me economy so. Me, I'm a realist. That's why I almost me free ho because many Ghana for and can be can Ukraine Ghana for. No man who minim avote amame because they know I can do it.
One will conclude say any na abina or tiakunya so no and a juma says or yemi who say dollar na ba for man can yema bon so no e be ba for.
On yeah, and also can no ma voting or vote out no because they were not listening.
Now Abanfufro is here to take over.
They
Do you have any suggestions to make?
My suggestion is that they should know that one of the main reasons why voting MPP out was high prices of food in the market and goods and services. It is no fa bibi mba metu omo ye this in producers omo ye kitwe bi sisi omo manipulated the entire price for Ghanaians if they don't do something about it.
But I also believe say what is say NDC for ka say ye to about the mom no ba ban ma
omo ne ya ejuma we dey jai beba be yi taxes amom because that time na NDC for omo ye campaign na sika na omo di ye no wonim baby omo nye sika. You know where they got their money from?
I have because no idea. What
you say omo ni sika. Omo nye no hifa. Inti baby omo nye ne fa ye no. They will come and reduce taxes for those people.
But do you have any idea where they got those monies from?
See ye hwe. Omo ba na omo si omo be reduce taxes na mo reduce tax. After reducing taxes, then it is not having any effect on the people. Na omo nka hwe now one who say omo reduce taxes na man the producers they are those who sponsor their political party or you don't know say cement KT Hammond sorry yes say omo reduce prices no na MPP ni NDC parliamentarians na sorry ya omo yiri tu KT Hammond na omo ye ne to say yaka just to let you know that those MPs over there the omo go hono enye wunti na omo ha o enye wunti nyina from one way or another ko jisika wo baby omo ba ho so they are coming in to work for those people you see but to work for those people they must do something tax bia omo be yi emfa reduction and bias ye brabo mo we are not going to take it. Taxes must have effect on the ordinary Ghanaian obi ko to kenke sa tax no we yi no it should have an effect on
tax bit to say levy any effect on the ordinary Ghanaian.
Levy ebenya effect no wahifa. Do you know say MPP government mami nka bibi nchire sa government we me yefunu medicine wa kofa levy aba it's good to me there omo mi enu ni nyina omo nante omo si cancel levy cancel political gimmick musi mo pese youth of war omo ye artisans omo ye hairdressers ne make anka wodi levy sika no di ma omo with loans without interest rate emboa ba ma min ka kire us we eye omo campaign message omo kan levy a wusi yentua mi koto nyema na mi be ye transfer ama on de meton nyema na nipa ko no si mi mfa charges nka ho
yeah
na wo di bibi to say levy aba na wo mfa organization and something to make sure that it works for everyone, that producers they don't exploit the consumer. Be a government di beba bia taxes bi omo di abagana produce and tria shi so omo di inti eye mi ye kurampo eye omo ka producers
produce and tria shi in what sense? Because levy covers everybody in the country.
And me see producer omo see producer ye koto nyema o see wonfa we nka ho ma no inti ni otua e de na otua.
But so on definitely obekwa akoto bibi o ba bia.
Wait oh, the
same thing will be applied.
Wokoto nyema almost mpacho me ko withdraw me sika dia akọ me bank nti fa charges na ka ho wo di ka ho no dia odi akoto bank obeyi na ochuro check akọ yi na disin. Producers don't pay levy. Okay. So omo kan na wo omo paying taxes omo ntua tax bia omo di beba producers no government see yen 50 cedis na producer dey once 50 cedis dey attack kawonso na what tria onu 50 cedis no na what tria every tax bia omunya benefit awoso producers sa na omuye nti they don't have any problem in this country when it comes to taxes. Is the the consumer that's happening.
Levy from the system no emwa
ebeboa when ebeboa like ordinary people are this ebeboa.
Okay.
It will make sure that say we be this na but bisa who say how many people are paying taxes in this country? Why do you want to remove e-levy? E-levy is the only one that helps all of us for the tax network to broaden. Obi mo sorry yo mo tax be de bia a formal sector monetary taxes. This is the only way by which all other people can pay no matter what a little bit of taxes. So
me wasi yanka how the opposition is say ma abana or banon finansan kan levy onya ma no ho sa
me catch am say both Mahama and Bawumia political gimmick.
What about betting tax? Because the NDC also promised about betting tax.
Enukurampo na ye me ya no. Ghana 94% of Ghanaians are Christians. 94 I say me see Christians are religious. Either Muslims, Christians or traditional believers. And now we sorry we see with the betting tax ediba because the youth are SSC omunye jumadini no omunye sika. Sisi are omu na betting stores are omunye betting. It is a disgrace to this country. Both Mahama and Bawumia are the two disgraceful people when it comes to this betting tax to this country. Say we be sorry, and we best policy is to reduce betting taxes for who? And me did so much taxes there to betting so that the youth can look for a livelihood. Betting is not a livelihood for anybody. Now betting juma. Obi sorry, you need a Dwene Ho Bio. Na ye youth to see how much betting this in offices and betting. Look, the truth there is one. Betting we see who kwa sorry onyankopon won pesa de no. Christianity yen pesa de no, Islamic religion yen pesa de no. Na we Bawumia we see we a Muslim and we Mahama we see we a Christian. Ebani saying na two a Muslim and a Christian will be telling Ghanaians that they want to reduce taxes on betting so that people can bet more. So you be who say omunina ye fake. Bawumia is a fake Muslim and Mahama is a fake Christian.
But
if not that,
Mahama also said with the introduction of 24-hour economy, it may create more jobs to make the betting, to
me, they
not attractive to the youth.
I don't know 24-hour economy. Me bisa my bisa question way. 24-hour. We don't. What is going 24-hour economy? Listen, it is not a policy. 24-hour economy is a slogan. It's not a policy. For it to become a policy, you have to make sure that you bring out a policy that will help 24 hours to work. For instance, if you say that I am going to make sure that the youth will be in farms and then they will farm throughout the season and even in the night, some people, when you do that, you are bringing a policy to support 24-hour economy. Now we see 24-hour economy no the call him for passport office.
But if you read their manifesto carefully, enlisted some of Neoma 24-hour economy to be covered. Farming here part of it.
Yeah. But there be first in
their manifesto is there.
first na omo di buy no before their manifesto no na minti sa minti say me call baby ko catch omo say we the farming too or but then next time I met no na
ideas na
ideas they say but inti sa farming no na dem biom na omo sa di buy omo see industries so that is the 24
hospitalities
no hospitality where
they talked about hotels are
running 24-hour economy. They don't need any 24-hour economy.
It's in their manifesto, so I wouldn't deny them.
No. Say we see we be ye bibia. We ye bibia anyhow. I didn't think hotels for bed running 24-hour economy. Now as I catch say hotels. That is not a decent. Don't listen. Hotels are not part. Agri very well. Industries nicely. You see, so that sector, so almost say service obi catch me say your mama see or the 3 shifts beba na wa ma wa ba be yedwuma wa hanemo na obi so aba na when ne betu omo wo benye sika ne wa hifa even those are omo yedwuma sisi ano yetu omo kakrampo ba ko na ye ni sika biom ye de be running activities nti say wo ba na wo catch you to say you will now do it 3 shifts. Where will you get the money to pay them? You are who call IMF ko borrow sika wo di ba ya. There are IMF conditionalities behind you. You can't even do what you want. You said you want to employ people. Is it like what person who employ nipa now you are looking for productivity?
But so
we don't employ people.
24-hour economy no private
That's not it. So a policy say private and optional medicine. It's not that all that but we pray that the 24-hour economy say no can agree in the industry no to me the full support and yet me can this NDC for so mo ba na ye nim de be yesu be ya Ghana betima kone omun enenima ye be yes ade no because the reason why we came to contest was to make sure that the poverty level of the average Ghanaian is reduced. So the omo be ya ye be hu say e be koso ye no yesu ye de this ye be like pushy na akonenim and the omo ya enkonenim no wow and so ye be ba be kan kure no because Ghana there we have to have people who are bold and will tell the truth no matter what.
Okay, now looking at the performance of the current government in their last 4 years and ne omutumi ye de ma Ghana who anticipate say in this election nsusuanso no na ebeye te say de aye
me kurampo eya me ho a me hwe na eye me te say like maybe spiritual something be because it's not real. It's not real.
But the result of the election, presidential or parliamentary?
Both parliamentary and presidential.
Because the one who won presidential has won massive.
And I see, like, that's why I'm saying that the extent of the win, no. And to say spiritual something, no one saw it coming. No one saw it coming.
Even you.
But
you didn't see it coming.
No. What I saw was not physical. It was what I saw was not physical, but spiritual. I remember on Friday. On Friday, I was there in the night. I was doing something, and my mind hear me like to say my who be our NDC near or share much no.
Or share crown.
And MPP for material no to bebre.
Oh wow.
And me say like anka me da make us say me die.
And what's that?
And I say, what is the meaning of this? Why am I seeing the MPP club being torn in several? And I say, maybe I'm be winning parliamentary. No, what me mind do because try and kitty spread all over.
No, I say seat in the parliament.
Like you at their try and I mean who say Papa be or share NDC crown no, but I know that a crown is kinship. So na minim say NDC be din kuni because it shows kinship. And omo de no e call different direction no. Me can say omo be winning parliamentary. Nti na eno na ye ma adwin. Nti eno de we enye politics, eno ye spiritual because we send me hu no. So that is what I saw on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So the following day Saturday I knew that something was going to happen. Very big. But I don't know what it was. And so finally it came this way. But it surprised us a lot. But in this MPP for no matter what, I have been telling e-blocks no. Me who e-block no. And I see, say ye kasa tia or mampenin for. It's not the best. Because he did his best. And I mean who Nana Akufo-Addo and a free education now no. this thing will go into the Ghana Guinness Book of Records. Say why bibi obia onu onhu poverty da. Also the nane papa omo wesika.
But you say Ghanaians are not appreciative, Vanna.
This one, dear, it depends. The economy became so bad. Businesses were collapsing. Santina MPP for NDC for the omu ye minwanwa because ankamini NDC ya. President Mahama nkese so onfre asi du nketia ne omo kane nyina into one room. No mu su papa. Ambisi onyankopon se ne Ghana fo atrase yi. Ye be de na ya make sure say ye betima fulfill omo promises are omo demanded from us.
That brings me to my final question and maybe Busao. Or any expectations from these the coming government?
The truth is that they will try so much to impress on Ghanaians. And can vote my MPP for the truth is that they would have thought that the way things are is okay. That's why we voted for them. But because they have changed, NDC now knows that the MPP did not do well. That's why Ghanaians have voted them out. So they should do something. And they will work because fresh brains are coming in. And all of them, it will be geared towards one thing. They have seen what Ghanaians have done. They are also scared. So they would want to do things that will please Ghanaians. So I think that changing the government at this time and then the situation in Ghana, I think it is the best. I think that is what Ghanaians are thinking, that they will be able to help them. And we are all praying, because if we don't pray for NDC to succeed, we will all wallow in the problems that will come. So we are all praying that God should let his power of the Holy Spirit to dwell within them, so that they can do the right thing. They will do things that bring glory to God and to the human beings that voted for them. One of the most surprising things I see about this NPP and NDC, the person comes with good ideas. Immediately he enters into the Flagstaff House. It all vanishes into thin air, and the person becomes arrogant and does things that he wants. We pray that it will not happen. I wish some pastors will go there and just pray and anoint that Flagstaff House, so that when they enter in, they will still be thinking about the people. It's like when they enter there, the thoughts of the people just leave them and they do whatever they want. But maybe when the pastors and the
malams any evil entity at the Jubilee House,
I beg you, it all depends on the things they usually do to come to power. People ask people, pray for me, do this. And people are doing so many things. You don't know what they are doing. So with that one, it's best that we should allow our pastors and then maybe the Muslims, our religious clergies, to go there and pray and anoint, and then they can go. Because this time around, this government cannot fail. That's the problem. They cannot fail. People are already suffering. And
and the ideas are, which I say, all they back into Wamamua. NDC and MPP, they say NDC now when who are you for any position from the incoming government?
Never.
Why?
Am I an NDC?
But you are a Ghanaian.
I'm a Ghanaian. I'm not.
And if Mahama should go,
if Mahama calls me and tell me that, Janet, I want you to help me in this thing, I will gladly do that.
But maybe you say, or when you declare no winner, Nabla a PNP presidential candidate or no notice AD and Como Anumre na producers never no more Jano Quine Amamena me ba mene empanimfo mienu e wa hanoma yebedi and Como on my right me wo Eric Susu, NDC National Communication Team member, and also on my left me wo Safo Adu Hammond, CPP parliamentary candidate, Trubu Osaya National Communication Team director, or at the directorate of the CPP. Meneno Ebedi and Komo. Enti chame me basis ya.
I
Until we have less than 40 minutes to go. Medical catch order that said me wo Safo Edu Hammond seated on my right, and Eric Susu seated on my. Hey, you're on my left and on my right. 80 constituency. But your constituency the
Botiano English.
Botiano English Amanfro. Oh, okay. How one win here?
Honorable Felix Oakley.
Okay,
Akwete.
Felix Oakley.
Akwete.
Yeah. And there were one Felix be so the same line as one man.
Oh yeah, Felix Odate Lamte.
Oh, okay.
Wijagbawe.
I see. Begin say we be free baboko.
We be aboko senior. We be aboko. The Yamians say last week Saturday the Koto Abana so far no comparatively no Asunje Ghana. For me, some of the happiness is not the best, but comparative sen America no.
Yeah.
Asunje o hanti the Yamiase na me shema say asiana say
oh nti mami Musa we say CPP with 23,397 0.21% in this year's election. How do you see your performance?
Okay.
Would you say it's appreciative and I say when ninja senior Susan so this no?
Sure. Before I share no I guess here Palma ye TF ni ahwefo nyina on Facebook message chia me bra penyi Mr. Sosu na ma chia CPP fo nyina enkankan ye flag bearer okodro hima na hima sapon kuma frempoma wa ya de pa message chia trobofo na no ma hyemanimu nyam papa trobofo nyina me da mase pa se nipa 6 ye call contest na motima to aba amama beto so third me da mase nyame in Shramona, the TN said, we'll keep on engaging, we'll keep on communicating with the people of Trobo to the final point. Say, Omobeti, say, na Omasoya share, say, and yet that crown in a year be Abrofo say, Rome was not built in a day. You know, Yedi Shimu say, Yasha Sia, Ometimi, a pian, Abeto Tedano. There's still more room for improvement, and we are going to build on this level of Modiamaye.
Okay.
Now, yeah, cost CPP.
And in 2024 in our contest,
yes, this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this year.
And
so
fortunately, we lose.
Fortunately, yes, I like the word. Fortunately, me lose, yeah. But then I lost with an appreciable vote. I lost coming third out of 6 people. And
was it your first time? And I say what could be
my first time, yeah.
Okay.
And the winning Miniaba Gloria also. But congratulating on Nakasa actually say if Onyaye more in any sector, in any way to build Trobo, we are there because our focus is not just to grandpa power. And yet to me can hear say Trobo be ye, say a crime be ye, say a binyansio Trobo. These are the 2 major issues that will be so be our Trobo de be our bekacho. So we are looking forward to her leadership. Yes, we are supporting no. Yeah, say we are not in power, and I say any really into or mining ship. We are not like that. Aside for Dr. Kramer Koma, ye na ye train is on Tessa. Ye 2 no na or China no onya konya sanko bitimi de forces free China aba Ghana abe kunto kwagine but one fanesa. So we are not like that. We want development, and therefore we believe in inclusive government. Say Gloria okay say obi here in any sector will come and help her. Now presidential election say Ochakeya 2020 senior crewmate Ivor Kwabena Green Street onya 12,500. This time around, you have over 20,000. It shows you something. We came fit. It shows you something. We used only 3 months in a year campaign. As a result of your numerous court cases and a devil party, 3 months per and a year flag bearer. People even thought that CPP could not contest. But Anahima Ejdan and also Ebuejuma, irrespective of the resources constraints, including parliamentarians.
And Obeka said Nanahima na Ghana for Tono than Green Street in 2020, and now say a message, the ideas that CPP presented the Ghanaians now, or more Edina Sutuabasano.
Mechanic say a consistency I shown.
Okay.
And a Ghana now. You need your electoral area.
Well, as we speak, no need executives in all the electoral areas.
No, we don't have it. We don't have it.
For all this while.
For all this while.
And then who and the man you and I say
the CPP has been
anything serious
challenged for so many years. So it used to be say our full concentration were on the constituency executives.
Okay.
And these are only 9 people. Over Troboa, there were 14 elections. We know where people get their funding from. It's not even in Ghana. Sika Kesia, they politics or Chrome. It's not even in Ghana. They are political funders are more funded political parties. And so we in the CPP too, we are targeting our friends. Almost so no, almost power for us. And we'll be going to them and we'll be showing them reasons why they must invest in the party. You understand? Because you cannot be dormant, you cannot be seen as non-serious and obedient. So we are giving our donors this kind of assurance. Say this time around we are starting now to the year 2028. Or 4 years. Any serious political party will need power beyond. Your agenda is to get power, and you have to start now.
Sasana Okandia, and no be babusa say, Kwabena, Bofas, who are file the nomination for your presidential candidate, and some of you, the parliamentary candidates.
So, like I was saying, donations.
And if you are able to, fund for that, why don't you have money to run your affairs?
My revelation. We filed for only 17 parliamentary candidates.
70
out of 276. So that should send you a signal because we understood say we don't have the resources. So let's concentrate our efforts. Okay, we had donations. Me campaign say it was purely funded by donations. Me wa and I'm offer friend. Oh, kweku uye say the 5,000 cedis. Me wa and I come maybe friend say okay, I have this pickup. Can you fix 1 or 2 things and use it? And talking about this, come Joy Japan, make the video so I don't say. I don't know, man, me pick up a year in the rounds. You understand? So,
and the CPP more a huge challenge to face.
Our challenge is daunting challenge, and we are not shying away from it. You understand? We are not shying away from it at all. Challenging a face here, and we are meeting it head on. And how we are going?
Is it something I'm moving to me are resolving?
Be achievable, Minia. Be achievable.
Does it mean that money donors and friends aiding Komana?
Because of some of our results, now they are seeing some light, they are seeing some cues. Okay, these guys, if we put in some efforts, if we support them, they can get there. You understand? It's in American. Nobody will come and support you. But even if you are challenged and you still go ahead and do it, people will say that okay, with close to nothing, with close to zero resources, you are able to pull this, then let's support you more. I mean, it's a secret. Obeying himself politics, campaign, electioneering process, a multi-million-dollar activity.
Okay.
Yemfa kukosika and campaign. It wouldn't work. T-shirt keke crowd by your crown. I mean to printing, so I know. T-shirt keke crowd by your crown and yes kaketwa. You understand? Oh, share NDC for T-shirts or year back room.
It's in Crawford Chen, man, went me and Chibi.
Yentimi and Chashi.
Okay.
I told that crown.
And no subet to me, I can't.
Of course. Of course. A serious factor. I told that crown. They are not even demanding for much. They are just asking for T-shirts. But need a T-shirt, we don't have it to give them. You understand?
Because you didn't have money to print more T-shirts.
Exactly. And you see, by this call, we are calling on Ghanaians. We are calling on the youth. We are calling on everybody who believing in the principles of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah say, come back to your former life. Come back to the CPP. We need you as a person. We need your brain. We need your resources. Let's come back and fight to salvage what the duopoly has left in this country. Because
but I also don't think you are trying to say the Ghanaian voice. Eric Sosu, NDC National Communication Team member, English, a man from constituency, and ofiri a oba nti sɛ ɛhɔ na ofiri a oba yana
ɛhɔ na mefia mbaeɛ
ɛhɔ bɔkɔ deɛ
ɛhɔ bɔkɔɔ
PC elect ne ho yɛ
ne ho yɛ paa
oh okay na mo number ne kɔ soro anaasɛ
ɛkɔ soro over 9,000 votes
mo winning the NPP over 9,000 votes
yes
ɛwɔ English amanfro
about 10 English man from
wow what does it mean to you the NDC especially more constituency or no
ade pa ene ndige
mhm
ene ahwaho a ede maye na yenda na edi kan no yeda yakopon ase esane se na esiye no enye ya hode enye campaign a yetu ye hu si na ba nsa enye obi nim die owo na ba ne ba nsa na mmom yakopon na ma na ba nsa esane se wiase no so wunya tumi a yakopon se tumi no se ohwe so ye na make sure say nye nte de tumi na ma wono be ye eso adwuma na woma ahantan be sem ummu ade ehye wo mu ma yakopon no tumi no odma wo obesan atimi adan agye fe nsem
okay
se ye nsua hwe kro na ye nsua bibi mfa ohene Nebukadnezar ko yakopon fa so man dan aboa ekọ nwura mu ene mmua edidi ye ewe nwura so for years asana yakopon san den asan reconsider no yen hwe obi te Samuel oye se wanya city ba yakopon efa kwan be so e agya hini efi nsem nti there are certain examples you betimi afafi bible mu what you say na ye hu se ekwan we na se efa so na ye hye yakopon anyonyam wo hye yakopon anyonyam no na no so wo ye ne nipa so hwe asase so nti me hu se tumi a ye nya ye 7 December adechin 8 December no yakopon na aye
okay di dia o kan imagine di se eye futuo na ode ma okandini bia se omfanya adwuma ne mum enye se wode toto amamu a na ekoso ya yakwa abatu mu ama NDC fo abedi nkunim no ho
yes and na me toto ho because ohwe
in what sense
ohwe MPP amamu omububu ya
yeah
utim say nepotism chronism friends what you say a hand time to the sense that they want to dictate to us who will be our next president
mrana na omo pese ye adwuma wo man ni mu anase ohunu say ya hand time
they were power drunk to the extent say collapsing businesses using the French system of assimilation. They'll make sure say they'll depress the individuals. What I say, they'll collapse your business. Send a ya nobody crow nyabi. Now they will dictate to you what you should do. And it's one person state capture. Anything that belongs to the state, they will buy it for themselves. When they are aiming in opposition for 40 years, they will still be controlling the masses, the affairs of the country. That's what they are doing. Nyankopon transcendence there be. Ekwa papa we air factory enya kwampa.
Nyankopon etnase.
Nyankopon say Nyankopon there so.
Were you there when God sat?
Oh sir. I don't know. Oh sir. Okay. Ohu ni ekọ na wa otimi hu. Na one thing so say Ghana for so ye nkrofo bi so a. Emi na obaye din no na wafa no ho adwen. Ghana for.
And Ghana be din.
Emi na Ghana. Yes. Because obi ahun say
because we saw people demonstrating on the streets. We saw people going to court.
They were being beaten.
We were being harassed.
And the next is Ghana, no.
The government is not ready to listen to them. The government wasn't ready to listen to them. What you say? Yes.
Anyhow that he wanted, but this Nana Abudanko Ekufuado government. He was God. 2 years. That's a 6 months.
What do you say? What do you say? The fellow say, Mama Crano, or near you, when you Crano. And now, Zura, go fast, I fought expedition issue to buy.
Yeah.
What I say? If you're not even a serial caller, so or friend quite threatening a life. But what happened in MPP? What I say? The truth is, even the media self, no, they don't even have their freedom to operate. They will even tell you what you should discuss on the media domain.
The NPP.
Yes.
By way of
some of the media houses.
Okay.
So it should be by say a better control of the image. They'll quickly make sure say those papers they'll buy all out of the system. They'll buy all. And then they'll even make sure say media way, these media houses be discussing about this very issue. This issue don't discuss about it.
Ni nyina akọ Ghana ha.
Na Ghana ha na ewo. Ghana ha na ewo. All this is happening in this country. And then you can say, if you name a course, I want mu and another Dakakufado regime.
Yeah.
A more than dictatorship. More than dictatorship. They were trying to use the media. They were trying to use the judiciary. They were trying to use even the security services. Thanks to our Speaker of Parliament. Said he was able to stand on his feet to let them know, say, we have 3 arms of government. He was voted as a Speaker of Parliament. He wasn't appointed. He was voted for. And these 3 arms of government will be on the functions. What I say? Until we share the issue of this vacancy issue here.
Yeah.
There were so many issues at Supreme Court. They said they don't have jurisdiction because per the constitution, it must go to High Court. They knew very well, but when the issue of the vacancy issue came, when our federal case within 2 hours, they set up a panel. They should have told us we don't have jurisdiction over this. Go to High Court, but they didn't do that. So they were trying to use the Supreme Court to manipulate things.
Okay.
But in Yakupon, on your Alateni, or so, may go and master to the sense, may go and master, I'm saying, you know whom, Nipa buy away. Oh, and was a people go MPP for. Huh?
Yeah.
Or Fro, or say a Fro say, if I'm catching him, not about Pum Pine, Quaha. If Fro say, if I'm Patrick Boma, Pine, Quaha. If Fro say, or Sulawusu, Pine, Quaha.
Uradwaya Jumao.
Ah, oh, you may go and master. Wamuno. Senator David. Oh yes, David.
It would say about 20 and so on here in Guasema NPP for Nana.
Ah, Massa. Now, this kind of humiliation we are. Humiliation by essence. Humiliation by essence. Look at what we did in Western region. They only had 1 seat, 2 seats in the Western region. Both North, East, Western North, and the whole Western region. They only had 2 seats. Uber Central, they had 4. Anamewa, they had 4 seats in the Western, in the Central. And independent back,
A plus.
We had 18 seats in the Central region. Talk of Greater Accra, we had 30 out of 34.
And your hands much almost for
Northern region, we took all. Just say, a whole almost say, but we Muslim into Kromfuba to Abamano. This is the one Juma, I was not in a simple beer. One was not going to go. Even Bako, some police stations in Bako, we had 0. We had 0. Certain places he had 4, and certain places he had 6 and 7. And they were said they were even looking for those who will cast those votes. So they will punish them.
But UTM Komona Eba after this election, I used to declare Mahama win now. Me can say NDC for Susuma Moninye, Nemo Muhu, ni say a Jumana Ghana for a Pamamo, Semome.
Master, Mahama no transfer that. Mahama no transfer that. He knows what to do and what not to do. What's it? Nana do the buyer. Ghana knew him, my yen. It is cast of accommodate. Petro Mutimito, Yajimito. Oh, Ghana, so Ubu or Mino, not say Sia, I didn't see an ultimate call IMF. What I say, oh, dollar no crowd there, I was so crowded. Yeah, bar, after dollar about 2 cities at that time. Oh, Petro, new boarding. Oh, iron rod, new boarding. Yeah, back 2008, maybe 15,500. Then just oh, but I can't say they are going to make sure say they will give us concrete roads. Where are the concrete roads? Where are the concrete roads? Palugu Dam. He was on air. Multimedia. say the first #1 signature project of them of MPP is building the Palugu Dam with $12 million. The same person is going around telling the people on the north and say, when he comes, he's promising them that he'll come and build the Palugu Dam. This is not the same person who sat on multimedia, and told the good people of Ghana and the people of the northern region that he has built Palugu Dam with $12 million. Bamia should be arrested immediately.
Oh, why?
Yes. What is it here? We have been deceived. And no can say when they voted for him, he will come and vote for Palugu Dam. He should be arrested immediately. He should be arrested. No, you have to be for granted. He should be arrested.
I see.
Because so Uber catch and say, where's he? Where's $12 million? See. Now, I can't answer. Actually, some catch and say, yeah, I could I could say, I didn't know. She's also a catch and say, you're too bad about one idea, over where see. And the $12 million now, then of the coin in the first place. And what's the say, sir?
But you know, see for mommy.
Usha, first, the collapse, the demolition of passport office, the demolition of judges are done storyboarding. Okay? Do you know how much it will cost you to build a storyboarding? Do you know how much it costs? Then we will come and talk of demolition, the cost involved in demolition.
But say projects are not equally important as those projects were occupying that land.
See, will be all vision. Will be an Abimudaho. Also see cathedral. You go to those areas, I said forest reserve areas, to attract tourism. What is Uko Spain? Then the Mumska. Tourism is Spain. Italy, tourism. France, tourism. And the Mumska. Vatican, I am up for then I'm going for tourist attraction.
Okay.
It you know, so baby Bisana, it will be it should be outsketch the city.
All
because
right.
we want the other areas to be developed here when you go to East Legon. Every road is tied. Everywhere is tied. Remember, everywhere is tied. Into East Legon, no? If you basically become MP, they don't need your street again. Make sure say all the time, no? Even street like the whole you build upon it. It be say what could be a Western Bob, no? To keep the place clean. What I say?
Thank you, sir.
What sanitation events and group? Sanitation minister one home.
Thank you, sir.
We keep the place clean.
Thank you, sir. Eric Susu, NDC National Communication Team member, English, but you know English, I'm and the constituency. Hammond,
Senior.
We have 15 minutes to go, so let's do 5 minutes. Now, Minko, Eric Susu, so now, Mami, 5 minutes. Now, aftermath of election 2024.
Okay. Senior, elections were, you know, my fan from different angles.
Okay.
From the EC's angle, from the NDC, our Marini Abana angle, from the ruling government and the CPP.
Okay.
So I will start with the ruling government, the MPP government. About 2 years ago, it was a verdict on the governance of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. It was the verdict against wanton corruption. It was the verdict against pushing over 1 million Ghanaians into poverty. It was the verdict against arrogance of power. It was a verdict against state capture. So elections were on. And yet NDC, a modern mobile boy,
okay,
and a deal Makodu baby or more. Ghana for bra more brate, or more film, and on the Kotuabano. Otun for Opem Soya Nana.
Yeah.
Nana, ready and you may chow. Or Kasembi chair. And now do Danko Akufo-Addo, a brow winning year 2016 elections, our question 2017. Or catch and say, Ghana for the a com any enibire and a tutia John Dramani Mahama. Now on also ba na one be ye the ne fata Ghana for the a com any enibire bedding able to 80 and as some can 2017 and no and abemuneno. sa kom any nibreno and they two abetiano on how on earth say pensioners by law these are people they can't even work again in this will be to me near jume biem yes I be sakanisika obi ntimi nye jume biem no wa sign don sa ko boni panisika ni afebie ye beto aba na po aba be gina ho say omo pa omo cho a chopper ye de todo kono a chopper ye de todo diabetes edro a chopper ye de koya dialysis it was a clear indication say the Ghanaian people were fed up with this government. Now
was it not right say na po realize say na ban and pensioners
he was in parliament and then no kafa ho then no yafa ho he was comfortable.
What are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating say ye crocro de John omo hu say aferi ade ni bu aka omo nsimu no and omo fa echire ebe yes oh ye paacho mom paacho bia they didn't care about the ordinary Ghanaian. Ube collapse banks. Do you know the amount of people like Eluso Mejuma obi are not oye banker all of a sudden not be an Uber driver?
Yes, bank manager.
Obi a bank me I know people personally. You saw say they were moving on a trajectory and my life was okay. All of a sudden obi an Uber driver and not that is not to say Ube Jumano enye anabibi but that is to say they brought people to uncomfortable positions and you cannot win with this. So it is always about the economy. It's not about anything. Economy na ye facing. And no any so the two about very simple. Ghana for you need to know the first African country to gain independence. You need to
and that is also not to say NPP are ben your wasui anye bibia magana within 8-year period.
Sure. Bad clock. Clock about that.
Yeah.
Say crampona twice in a day. It can tell you good time. Say clock no. I say that's at 6 o'clock. Anopa 6 bar. Now be now we say at 6. And you may so 6 bar. No say at 6. It's no on my yebi. But be no man yano and on the asha so at the ending. It push the elephants back to the forest. But this elephant scrambled here. On your forest bia because the galam say e dia say your forest ni na on your forest bia because Achimota forest o ma chama mo busuafo
and he no beko
menim e bia de makọ zoo menim and aboa so that zoo bia we feel in natural state enti ye de nyame e kan mo ye de ye nkase pudu onhye and so e hia ye be we jo.
Are you saying say NPP emma into Ghanaian governance?
Obia obeka say any political party is dead and gone. Bia is a novice in politics. Obi obeka sa bia na so in politics. Politics there. Even a day in politics is bibia betimi esi. You know when this for mobile see nim no ba be. Into a day in politics bibia betimi.
Also nim no ba be.
They be nim no ba be.
They said they are coming to do 24-hour economy. Omuka so mbe ye nko
saying is different.
Omuka so mbe is it women bank
yes.
Yeah.
Saying is different from execution. These are two different things.
Do you have idea of your mobile bay?
Yes, but you need your mobile.
Okay.
But Queen can say it need your mobile. It will be a say party be egu. Now they have no chance to come into office again as a political novice. Me can't say, but me say that defeat way is a resounding defeat. Even some of the NPP MPs cranniad. Because for the first time in our political dispensation,
CPP aye mode money J say NDC and winning na NPP lose.
Many understand MDC win and Kamiyanka CPP ne win, but me just say the arrogance of power, the state capture, the intimidation is no more. And you see, if you look at the governance style of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for you can pinpoint one thing.
Okay.
Tolerance. John Dramani Mahama, tolerance. John Dramani Mahama can sit here and I can criticize him and I'll go back, pick my Uber and go back home safely. I'm a bush and say, oh, if I do that with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, maybe I mean Drew Makola. You understand?
Personal testimony and
oh, they be for the first time. Yes, for the first time, a police officer was brutalized. 2017. All Flagstaff House. Me, you want this the same way. He was brutalized.
Say, Omababa.
In fact, at a point of maiming. It you know, yemfa many nurse ntin yemfa MPP for asemon to nchen. Eduaba a omudua ye no, eno ano metwa no. Me de me nya MPP ni.
Okay, so in a minute now we see from our.
Oh, they be kakra, me sure.
You have done 2 minutes extra.
You remember. Let's go to the EC.
Okay.
You see, Agrobe Swa Ifranopa. Build up to these elections, yeah. There were so many jittery moves from the ECR. It gave people a reason, say they have to be alert. They have to stand on their toes. I said, Mrs. Tapeni, Nabila,
yeah.
I wanted to say this so that she hears. Look, Obian sorry say, or people have reasons to do what they do. Okay, BVR machine AI. First, assembly battle or see BBNC. You pursue no. I feel not see BVR machine AI. Okay, printing and now mistake or china say. Look, I want to ask Jane Mensa say, Ebane saying na you ballot papers are a man for printed, a man for atom printed already. Google a man for them. Which they say elections are also Ghana hanging now all this while no a man for the foreign materials ebe gum.
But I said now you see the ballot papers no serial numbers. More cross check said those ballot papers
in the heat of say
and this using the serial numbers no synchronize.
Yes,
sir.
Elections Makobi. Say yeah, can you na? And ya feel no be aba be serial number.
Yes.
Because you are hot. Polling agency agent
Okay.
Oh, and more be a dream can say.
Serial
number. It before oh better when near the 6. I don't know 9. Plenty cases, and we see. Yeah, must ask when we are going to investigate these cases. Some of my friends are already writing petition against Jane Mensa. Not because of personal issues, but because of the states. You see, sir, electoral
petitions requesting who to do what?
Investigations on all the issues from BVR up to papers now. We must investigate them. You understand? We must find solutions to this problem because you see, about a very crucial moment in every democracy. If you mess it up, so that is with the EC. I mean, the modern one.
Your time is already up.
My 1 minute, let me fancy. Now to the NDC.
Yeah.
Look, our comrades in the NDC, you have won an election. You have not organized a revolution or a coup. Okay? Science Mununa MPP 4D 2016, Omuwini Aba, Omuko CZ state infrastructure, state assets. SCCC amount for then and there, or may lose with over 1.6 million votes. And yes, some mistake means and there, MPP is a micro minority in parliament. The people are more yes or no. For all you know, these are hardened criminals already who find opportunity to take the shares of the NDC to go to places and cause mayhem. It is not right. About a new government will be formed. Whatever investigation that must go on will go on. Corruption cases so they have work to do. This is not the way to go about it. Say okay. Takashi. Now to my CPP in Pacho. Time. Is this a message to my people? Is this a message to my people?
Quick one.
Let's start the work. O community, o potemo, o jumemo, baby awo biya. Bossaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah policies na. Ye that's what criminal bohun de ro. Na 2028 it will be a shocker.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
So my member or was it? Obia no obia.
Debi, Nkrumah obia no obia. Debi. Result way.
Debi.
Now MPP for did they ever envisage say in the miracles, meteor miracles? I say margin aboni puso yare. Onum dudu. Sana miracles.
Just want me too.
Miracles so onum dudu.
About we
I can't 4 minutes you manage my wife.
And so about it. Sanya yedi kan no.
Yeah.
Amamu bone ana nado adanko akufado ane ba me bebuye ane ahomaso na hantan a ane dwaye wo moso no na gana fo hweye amdo to aba.
Okay.
Medical ka say aba ya to ye no apart from say yankasa ya krado yin say Jemensa is capable of doing whatever to make sure say they will retain MPP in power. But the rot of Ronaldo will not come out. They can cover up for him. And the party faithfuls, the grassroots for no social who said that be. See, the person do know. And between NDC and MPP. It's between Ghanaians and MPP. As I says, the best man Mananado, Dankwa, Akufo-Addo, Annie Baumia, the best man under 3 days. Oh, Ghana Kunyaswa, Massa, as a person of Ghana. Until we were ever ready. Maybe we see because we said something of way. Or would see why we trap. And into me, said Debbie. And someone said, okay, I said last time I mentioned here, sir, and this, if you revolution, I buy. And I just said, you have to change, nay, come, now, she said, no, a come faster. And the Ebu Mino, and yet democracy and Casan, they want to practice. And she almost said, one intimidation. A huni is through Eddie Shagan of Fomo. Send by Omania Quenya at Trump, I check. Yes, I was there. I was saying, my man for to say, Obi and Obia, Obinia Beman, Sin Obi.
Boot for boot.
Boot for boot.
And a year, Jumano. I goose a year, Jumana.
We were more than ready than them. We were ready for the job than them.
Okay, sir, you were more than ready than them, man.
Yes.
At the end, I'm
who say, Sana ya Breno. O mani Breno and soon, they won't say, any Breno and soldier. What I say, any Breno and soldier. Yenia Breno. Such a soldier who is a brown. It's a Romo, Yamu Yanino, and now will not hand over power. Can you imagine His Excellency Nadu telling the former president that he's a failure?
Is this something I'm finding serious? Because,
sir, President Mahama, former President Mahama is a failure.
Nah, we no hand over power.
Yes.
Is this something I'm finding serious?
You're finding serious. You're finding serious. You'll come with Uncle General Evans say, Uncle, your press conference say, power. Power is sweet. Omunya power, don't hand the power over today and tomorrow. You are going to hold on to the power.
But send a man say, ye war, and she ye womra.
Even I was even expecting.
It will not even allow them to hold on to the normal.
I was even expecting the Peace Council and the Christian Council to even call these people. And then, me bonfire say, Nyakopon ye. My say, come to Faka, and best turn the video so. As I yet near all yet before
I wouldn't want you to mention names here because here is not where he works. Yes. Here is not where he works. And so I wouldn't want you to mention names here. And also his senior most.
Don't use the word senior before me. Senior or senior in what?
In terms of the
radio
journalism.
Yes, so we are senior in what?
In terms of the India Meno Wahano, Engineer Maker say, or ye senior most.
And she said, only will be a not depend on kind of cry.
I know what you mean, but
it's senior.
When I meet him, I'll tell him, not yet. Thank you very much. I'm okay with that. When I meet him personally, say, you also.
No. But she knows that. Yeah, no, it's me criticizing. No, more there, I want to say. More there, 17 million more. If I say, Papa, we have say, Professor Mate, Reverend Mate.
Yeah.
Also, just a former, Now, there was on there, he advised the president through text message.
What's up?
Through text message. The vampire say, yeah, text message, Yeah, they put that in photo.
All right. Mamenase, your time now. Thank you so much for coming. Enti aha ne brema kwama ye de dwumadi ni nyina asi and from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Ebra yede Dwene Ho Bio dwumadi no ebebro. Asedan koma Safo Eduhamon, CPP parliamentary candidate for Trouble, Eric Sosu, the NDC